Super Bowl weekend, 2 weeks.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I can't wait for the All-Star game.
The Pro Bowl. Yeah, how about those Pro Bowl quarterbacks?
I mean,
AFC, Trevor Lawrence, okay.
Give me
Derek
that.
Carr,
give me that.
okay. Huntley, yeah, my boy Huntley.
He had 2 touchdowns
Okay.
this year. 2 passing
Crazy.
touchdowns. Good for him.
I hate the Pro Bowl. The only good thing about the Pro Bowl are the skill challenges. That's the only fun, enjoyable thing. Because you can actually bet on that. Like you can't bet. I mean, you can bet on the Pro Bowl, but who the fuck is betting on the Pro Bowl? Like, it's just a bunch of jabronis just screwing around.
It's funny because he just called them jabronis. I don't even know if he knows that happened.
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
You sure you do?
Uh huh.
All right.
Positive.
All right.
So I'm gonna give you some reasons. Actually, no, I'm not gonna give you a reason. But I did not watch the Chiefs-Bengals game.
Why didn't you watch it?
I was just busy.
Oh, I hate when I'm busy
But
on a Sunday.
Me too. But I did watch the Eagles-Chiefs game, and you know what? Let me get into the Niners real quick. And then you want to start with this game?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. So, what are your thoughts about the game? Gassy, feel free to chime in.
Thought number 1, Gassy, you don't have to talk yet. I'm just gonna say this out loud. I'm appalled that this man, who loves football,
I hate football
missed
now.
the best game of the season.
I hate football.
The most rigged game. His one take this year that has been above and beyond the greatest take of all time is that the NFL is rigged. He saw the script. He didn't watch the most scripted game in NFL history.
Dude.
Dude, all right, 1 sec. Shh.
Go.
Where's the Super Bowl at?
Arizona.
Yep, I know. What's it called?
What do you mean?
What's the stadium called?
Stateside?
State Farm.
State Farm.
You know who works for State Farm?
Jake
Mahomes.
and Mahomes.
So the refs all of a sudden just called a play dead when they stopped them on 4th. It would have been 4th down. Oh, we're going to give Mahomes another play. No one knows what happened on the play. We're going to give Mahomes another play. Makes sense. All right, Bengals just get fucked the whole game, straight up the ass. Like, they don't even get a flag on the punt. They don't get a flag on the pass interference. And then somehow there's a flag on the Bengals defenders every single time. It made no sense, Mike. Like, I'm really sad for you that you didn't get to watch this.
Me too, dude.
Because it was better than Shakespeare.
So what happened? I don't know if it was B.J. Hill or Ojulari. There was a late flag, pushed him out of bounds.
No, that was a good call.
Joseph Osai.
Osai,
basically
okay.
The last play of the game, the Chiefs are driving. They're about to be in field goal range. Mahomes is running out of bounds. Osai pushes him.
Did he flop?
He did. He flopped, but it was a penalty. I mean,
It's a
wasn't-
penalty.
It was
wasn't a
like-
bad call. It was a penalty.
It was,
That
okay.
pretty much ended the game. That put him in field goal range.
There were 2 calls the whole game that were completely accurate, completely warranted, and it was the touchdown not being a touchdown, and it was that one. So literally the first call and the last call were the only calls they got right the whole game. The rest of them in between, the refs were just, yo, Roger, what do we want?
Yeah.
Oh, we want the Chiefs to win. Forgot about that. Yes, we're going to give Mahomes extra plays, extra yards. I mean, shout out to Stat Corrections for hooking up my parlay because I don't know how Pacheco ended up with 28 yards because that man had 18 when I went to bed. But, yeah, that got me $100.
Oh my God, what was I gonna say?
No, you didn't watch.
I did not watch, and I apologize for that. Believe me, I wanted to watch, but I couldn't. Mans is busy. But Juan Pacheco is a dog. I actually like him a lot, and the fact that Nietzsche probably knows him personally, I think, came out of Rutgers too.
Rutgers.
That's pretty awesome. Because
Wait,
what running
Aaron knows
backs? I mean, he was on that
How is he not been on
team
the show?
for a little
How's he
bit,
been on
not
the show?
playing,
I
but
swear to God, if he's not on the show in the next year, Nietzsche and I are no longer friends.
me and Nietzsche, and we'll get him on. We'll find a way. But
Sneak peek, Nietzsche's on next week.
okay, no, this is what I was gonna say. So I was looking on Twitter because obviously I didn't watch the freaking game, and there were a lot of people that were saying that the refs got a lot of the calls correct throughout the whole game. That,
right.
like, even though there was a lot of penalties, they were called for a reason. Like, they were actually correct. But
All right, but those are the same people that before the game were like, I can't believe all these people are going to watch football for the next 8 hours and drink beers with their friends. That's the people that are all saying the refs are right. If you're a real sports fan, it's the refs suck constantly. You never cheer for the refs.
Do you know the NFL doesn't even hire them? Like, they don't even own, like, them at all. They have, like, their own association of referees. So they're all part-time workers. They're, like, none of those guys are full-time referees. So they have no liability. They have nothing. They don't get dealt with anything. Any bullshit calls or whatever, they're not accounted for it whatsoever. NFL deals with that, not the referees. Isn't that nuts? I was reading about that the other day.
So it's like youth soccer almost. Like a referee coordinator calls you and says, hey, do you want to ref this game? And you just say yes?
Pretty much. I mean,
What?
they're kind of on a schedule, but they're not full-time, obviously. But they really have no liability, and I think that's why they have their own association, because the NFL doesn't want to get any liability for that.
Gotcha.
It would probably be a conflict of interest if the NFL
Yeah.
hired their own refs and managed all
Well,
of it.
And then the thing is, there would actually be accountability after that. Like, imagine, I don't know if I talked to this about you guys, but imagine if the referees actually had a post-game conference where they got questioned before or after the game.
I've always
The
thought they should.
NFL would be blown out of the water. Like, it would be done. Everyone would get arrested. One of the referees would crumble, and it'd be like FIFA, bro. I swear to God, it would be exactly like FIFA. I mean, listen, maybe I'm just talking gibberish and it's not rigged whatsoever, but dude, we all have seen so many red flags with every single game, especially in the playoffs.
You're telling me that the NFL didn't want the Chiefs and the Eagles to be in this Super Bowl? Like, come on, man.
I feel like they just always like to chase headlines. Something
Yeah.
that, this is the first time in history the Kelsey brothers playing each other.
They
Andy
just
Reid playing his former team.
They just happen to have their podcast drop this year, and all of a sudden they're both in the Super Bowl.
Dude, I'm telling
Come
you,
on.
man. And, like, this is the thing where, like, people don't want to say, it's like for Eagles fans example. Like, they flat out won that game. Purdy was hurt.
Bro, how many I get it. They're claiming he's going to have surgery. He's not having surgery. It happens to every quarterback. They just didn't want to play. Like, if the 49ers didn't want to play and they want to lose and collect that check from Roger, just don't show up to the game.
But it just kind of blows my mind because the one game I did watch, he's in the game, but he's not throwing the ball. If he is in the game, I do not care. You should still be able to throw the ball.
I think
that is a bunch of baloney right there.
Did McCaffrey have the
McCaffrey
longest
had
throw?
one. Yes, he did. He had the longest throw. But, I mean, just another cakewalk. I mean, obviously the Niners defense was going to crumble because their offense, dude, it was like watching the Jets, like literally watching the Jets. So they did what they could, but you know what? I got to give credit to the Birds here. I mean, they took advantage of it. If there's one thing about this Birds team that I feel like we haven't really seen this season, it's that they actually capitalize on the other team's mistakes or someone getting injured. Like, they won the trenches. That was the key to this game. Even if Purdy was healthy all the way, if they won in the trenches anyways, they were going to win.
Yeah.
But
Before I say what I'm about to say, I mean, this is a prime example of why you have to win your games in the season. Because if the Cowboys win one or two of those ones that were just shocking defeats, like they're the number 1 seed, then it's everyone saying to us, oh, you guys had a cakewalk to the Super Bowl. But, like, we didn't win them, and that's why I'm going to be the first to say, Eagles, you should be embarrassed if you win the Super Bowl because this is the easiest Super Bowl ever. You should be embarrassed. And if Patrick Mahomes' ankle gets worse this week and he can't play in the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah.
It's rigged.
He's got
It's rigged.
2 weeks.
No, I'm just saying it's
He's
rigged.
got-
I'm getting
he's-
ahead of it. I'm going to get ahead of it.
He does have 2 weeks. Obviously, he will play. Will something happen where somehow he gets injured and then we have this whole controversy forever about, the Eagles have a cakewalk. They had a cakewalk in 2023. Dude, that I 100% see that happening.
Yeah.
But right now, the Birds are -1.5. They are favorites. And if Mahomes stays healthy, I think it's a really good game. I actually think the Birds come out on top. But remember that stat. Teams who start 8-0 or 7-0 always lose in the postseason. But I don't know. I actually think the Birds are going to win, but I'm not going to choose because I just don't know. But that stat is lingering in my mind.
This is the equivalent of the Lakers winning in
The COVID year.
In the COVID year. Like,
Oh, my God, I
Like,
hated
this is
that.
a fake Super Bowl if the Eagles win. It's a fake Super Bowl. You didn't play you literally played a conference championship game against a team who didn't have a quarterback. So you essentially played against a bunch of 5th graders.
Like, this is the thing, though. Like,
Obviously, you're going to win.
I like Jalen Hurts personally, and I really want him to win because I think he's a winner. I think he's the perfect example of a winner. Granted, he's got a whole bunch of players on his team, but I can't shit on him for that because, dude, that's how your team is supposed to be. It's a team game. You want to have a good O-line. You want to have a good defense. You want to have a good running back, run game, pass game. He's got everything. Like, Mahomes is kind of getting there, too. Their O-line is getting better. Their running back, they got Pacheco now. He's solid. Travis Kelce, but what's incredible about the Chiefs is that they shipped Tyreek off, and now they're back in the Super Bowl. That just goes to show, and I hate because I know there are a bunch of neckheads out there. Oh, Mahomes neckhead, blah, blah, blah. Dude, I said it earlier in the year. I know I was talking to my one buddy, and I was like, he was like, Josh Allen or Mahomes? I'm like, dude, Mahomes. I'm taking Mahomes.
Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL.
I'm taking Mahomes, bro, 100%.
Yeah. I know I picked the Bills at the beginning of the year, but
Me too.
Mahomes, like, I don't know why I did because Mahomes is Brady. He's what Brady was.
Yeah, this is greatness that we're watching.
It doesn't matter who's on the field with him. If he's on the field, he should be favored. I'm like this Super Bowl, I will be taking the Chiefs just because of Mahomes.
I am putting about $300 to $500 down on a +7 on somebody because it's rigged.
Yes,
and no other team
rigged.
gets blown out in the Super Bowl besides Peyton Manning, Seattle.
Yes.
Speaking of, Sean Payton is actually going to Denver.
Yeah, that's big news.
So the Saints gave up, I believe, a first rounder and a second, something like that.
So crazy. Like, I just don't see Russell Wilson ever being good again.
You don't think he can get rejuvenated?
I think, all right, there's no way he's as bad as he was last year.
No shot. I don't think so. I think he gets better.
I still don't think he wins the division.
I agree with that. I think we're on the same page here. I think he gets better, and I think the team will play better, but I just don't think they're anywhere close to winning the division.
No, and I think there's too many in the AFC. There's too many teams that are getting better.
Yep.
That they're not gonna. Denver's not making the playoffs. I don't think.
I don't think so either. And your boy, Mr. Kellen Moore.
Thank the Lord, bro. What a day. What
to
a
the
day
Chargers?
For Dallas. Send him to the Chargers. You know how pissed Herbert's going to be when he has his wide receivers running 5-yard slant routes the whole game? Herbert's career.
That could be a big come up for the Chargers, if I'm being real with you.
Mike,
that could be a big come up.
Don't do this.
Don't let Brandon Staley make all the calls.
Don't do this. He's still there.
I know.
Now you're putting two guys, one guy that has proven, I can have an offense being in the top 3 every year, but also I'm also going to have an offense that gets laughed at every year. Like, you just put that guy into a Staley team with a guy that literally has proven he loses his mind at the end of big games.
So now Mike McCarthy is going to be calling plays. Is that correct?
Yeah, give me.
He'll be gone after next year.
Yeah, Dan Quinn's going to be the head coach.
And then he'll be gone after the following year.
No, there's a reason why Dan Quinn has stayed all these years. I think he knows that next year with Big Mike calling the plays, it's either we're going to a Super Bowl or Big Mike is gone. His time's done.
Big Mike is gone.
This is his last straw with Jerry, I think, because it's been multiple years of, this Cowboys team can go all the way. This Cowboys team can go all the way. And thankfully, we finally won a goddamn playoff game this year. But just winning one game isn't enough for Jerry. Like, we have to
100%.
we have to enter a championship game. We have to get to a Super Bowl in the next 5 years, or else everyone on this staff, won't be a Cowboy.
And there are a lot of contracts coming up that need to be reinstated and everything.
Zeke's going to take a pay cut.
Zeke will take a pay cut.
I'm still on Dak.
CD will be close. I don't see him. Yeah,
CD's going to get paid. He'll be a Cowboy.
They need to get another weapon, 100%.
Another weapon's coming.
Yeah.
Personally, Trayvon, get on your brother. Let's get Stephon down to Big D.
That'd be huge.
That'd be huge. That would be massive for the offense, especially because
now you're competing with the Birds now.
Defense is going to stay.
Yeah, I agree.
So as long as we can get a weapon that's actually respectable, I think this team can turn around because Michael Gallup's he's not a number 2. He's not what he was when he first came.
Yeah,
the injuries they've caught up to him a little bit. So
I agree.
As a number 3, I think he can play that because his hands are so good. He honestly might have top 10 hands.
And I think he would accept that role though. I think he knows because of all of his past injuries. He doesn't have that expectation per se to just be that number 2 guy.
Yeah.
Because I think he knows he just can't stay healthy. So if he can play a wide receiver 3, get in on those 3rd down, 4th potentially down plays.
Yeah.
I think he'd be okay with that, but
Oh,
obviously he's
definitely.
gonna want
I
some
mean,
playing time.
He
but
has
he's
to
gotta know.
realize he's
Yeah,
gonna
I
get a
agree.
ton. He's gonna be on the field.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong.
he might not get the most receptions or whatnot, but
I mean, let's look at this. I was just about to bring that up.
Yeah.
He has to look in the mirror and like look at his stat lines. The amount of games that he had either
That's what you are.
0 or 1 reception. I mean, that's not a number 2.
no.
He has to realize that, and when we bring in someone, like let's say we bring in Stefan, you could argue Stefan's the number 1, CD's number 2 again.
Yeah, I can see that. And I
Just
think
because of the way those two guys are. Like we'd have 2 number
that's
1s.
1A,
at that
1B,
point.
bro.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
mostly a slot receiver.
That's 1A,
That too.
1B.
So I mean, at the end of the day, if we don't get a weapon, we're not going to win. But I mean, Kellen Moore leaving was a huge step.
Yo, hot take, really, really hot take. I think that Devontae Smith is gonna have a better career than AJ Brown.
Oh, I agree with you.
He might be better than him next
He
year.
didn't
I'm not
catch
even
that
kidding.
ball.
No, he didn't catch that ball.
That was
but
game
dude,
changing.
that was that.
Hey,
If
how-
he would have caught that ball,
How
that's a
do you
wild
not
catch.
challenge that as the 49ers? You see him running up to the line, like that should show you.
But you know what though? I
hear
give
you,
them
but
credit
all
for
you have
that.
to do is throw the flag. It's so early in the game, just do it, because that changed the game.
They
Because
got people talking to him about the coaches have
Yeah,
people
they-
in their ear talking to him.
What are they
about the
doing?
challenge,
what
but
were they
I don't
doing?
think they
I
had
mean,
enough time on
yeah,
it.
Come
they
on,
that, but you know
man.
what? That's smart of the Birds. They just ran up and hiked it. Like
It
even
wasn't
if you're
really
losing
clearly
yardage,
obvious on the
it
broadcast
wasn't.
if he
I
dropped it.
yeah, I
Now,
feel like
they
Oh,
looked
I
at
saw
it.
some replays that the ball clearly is on the ground. That ball was out.
that was 100% out. But I listen, Gassy. I know we're big on AJ Brown, but he's great. He's good. If there's one thing I feel like he's got the size over Devontae, but
Yeah.
the quickness, I don't think so. The hands, I'm giving that to Devontae, 100%.
Yeah.
AJ gets in these like little moments of the season where he just like has a big problem dropping a lot of balls, man. That's his only flaw though. I mean, injury. I mean, he could stay healthy. He had his time in Titans, but he was the only guy there. So
Yeah.
he's just like Devontae's such a nice compliment to him. But yeah, I'm telling you, that man he's gonna be fucking good for
Yeah,
a long
I
time.
think people forget he was like one of the best college
Rec-
receivers. ever.
Yeah, man, and they were crapping on him too because of his body type and how skinny he was.
He's an
But
alien.
he's an alien. Yeah, he's stayed healthy. He's actually been productive. Like
Well timed.
he's been sporadic like throughout the year, but once the end of the year comes, dude, just goes crazy.
He's
snapping.
been their best wide receiver in the playoffs.
Yeah,
AJ Brown, you barely hear his name.
I don't even think he did much against. I think he had a couple
He
receptions.
had a couple.
but-
I think he ended up with like 30 yards. So I mean, that's a good game.
Now,
but-
what do you think happens with Miles Sanders now? Because if I'm the Birds, like, don't pay him. Why?
I wouldn't pay him.
Why?
Birds honestly draft a running back, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but
So,
you don't
I
even
mean,
have
You
to
could
do
get-
like.
So they don't have any holes on their roster. I feel like they would benefit the most from like an elite running back on a rookie deal.
Why
Like,
waste?
he's lethal with that.
And of course,
like Bijan, bro.
yeah,
You made
that's
it to
what
the
I'm
Super Bowl.
saying, bro. Like,
Take Bijan, dude.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you already have like obviously there's probably maybe a hole or two like second like safety or
They
something
do have
like.
some guys that will be gone after this year. Like they got some old motherfuckers.
Fletcher Cox, another old guy, but we're waiting for Jordan Davis. Like I feel like if they're in that spot, why not take another D tackle in case Jordan Davis can't stay healthy? Fletcher Cox is done.
I would say an O-lineman also.
Another
They got
O-line.
Lane Johnson and Kelsey getting old.
Yep, especially Kelsey too, because if they win the Super Bowl, I think he's
He
done.
should leave.
Yeah,
Call it.
but I like that's the
They're not
thing though.
going to,
Like
though.
I brought that up about taking Bijan the first round, but I feel like Howie's just too
They
smart to
have-
do
don't they
that.
have two
Like
picks?
they
It's
have,
all-
I
it's
believe
all
they have
Last
two.
pick or second last pick, but they
Yeah.
also have like a top 10 pick. I think.
They have a top 10 pick. I
From
think
the
they-
Saints.
Yeah, from the Saints, and then they have one later. But dude, Bijan will be there. That's the thing. So it's going to be enticing for
He
Howie,
might
but
not, though.
I don't think
The-
he's going
the
to do
high
it.
pick, obviously he'll be there,
For
but,
sure.
Like, that's a little high for a running back.
I could see a trade up
Last
option.
Pick in the first round.
100%.
I don't
What?
know if Bijan will be there.
I don't think he's fallen. No way. I think some team will definitely take him.
You never know though, because Brees fell last year, and he shouldn't have fallen that far.
Yeah.
But I feel like he didn't have as much hype for some reason as Bijan.
Yeah, I
The
agree.
numbers-
And his numbers were disgusting.
Yeah.
They were crazy. And he's running again. You saw that? He's back on the
Yeah.
treadmill.
Yeah.
Love it.
Great to see it.
Oh, thank God, dude. That's like the only thing that's going to be fun to watch on them is just see him go crazy. Again.
As Jets fans,
Here we go.
where do we stand on the Empire State Building?
Dude,
It's
what
an
the
atrocity.
fuck?
It's an atrocity, dude.
That is awful, yo. If they ever put the Patriots
Yeah, you know what
colors
it
on
was?
that, yo, I
It was
9/11 all over again.
It was some white girl social media intern, probably 21 years old, looking to get a little controversy on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't understand the fabric of what the city is about.
Yep.
It's terrible.
I don't know who controls that though, but yo, poor Giants fans, dude. If I would have, that's such like you just gave Philly so many like bragging rights and little like yo. Remember when you posted our
Poor-
colors on the Empire State Building?
Poor Giants fans. Poor Jets fans. Because
no, it's way worse for
Hear
the
me
Giants
out.
fans.
Hear me out.
Sure.
It sucks for Giants fans, but they put Jet Green up there. And then I was looking at it like, oh, maybe they're doing it for the end of the season. Maybe it's Jets. I don't know. Something happened to the Jets. For the Eagles, come on. What are we doing?
Way worse. Way worse for the Giants fans.
Way worse. Because they got beat by the Eagles.
I can't believe that happened.
That's crazy.
Like who in their right mind is like, yo, why don't we just post the Philadelphia Eagles, our biggest rivals team's colors, and just like root for them to win? Bro, what? Even freaking Micah Parsons said like, to Lane Johnson, yo, go win it for the division. Are you serious? I get it. Like, it's more of a friendly level because they obviously play the same sport, go to the same BS. But what the hell, like, bro? You can't make that shit up.
No, Micah tweeting that, I saw and I get it. Because, you do want to see your division that's been shit on for so many years, like, win. But I don't.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, as fans,
I mean to an extent. Like, it's cool to see our division in the Super Bowl. But that's all we got to do. We don't got to win.
It's just
like,
two
come
different
on, Eagles.
perspectives,
Let's just lose.
Yeah.
Let's lose.
That's really, 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 really bad. But I don't know, man. So it's going to be a really, really, really good game. And whoever wins that is going to have more wins than the Cardinals do at home, which is insane.
100%.
Fool's
Speaking of, did you guys see Jeffree Star has been traveling around with an NFL player?
gold.
Like they've been going on dates and
about
stuff.
that.
He really did this with an NBA player also.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That.
Well, this dude looks like Cliff Kingsbury, so that's all I'm gonna say. That's my guess of who it is.
Kingsbury he was in Thailand doing his thing.
I know,
think
but
he
then
still might be there.
Yeah, he had some
That's
badge
the
on him
thing.
though.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he took that money and ran.
I gotta respect him for that.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
he got fired.
you
He
gotta
was
do
like,
what you gotta
I don't
do.
know. Wait, did he get fired?
Yeah,
He did.
he got
Yeah.
fired.
I think it's like in The Hangover where they say Bangkok has him now. He's just lost.
Yeah, he's lost there. He's somewhere in the
City
city.
has him.
Yeah.
And the best is how like no one knows who he is over there. So like no one's like, "Oh, Cliff, like let me help you out."
Right.
There's not one person over there like that.
Yeah.
He's just stuck there. He can't find an airport, a taxi, a beer.
He did. He
Can't do
wasted
anything.
no time. He
Yeah.
wasted no
It
time.
was the
He got
next
fired.
day.
He's like, all right, let me go on vacation first before I get
Yeah.
into interviews.
It's great. Yeah. All the jobs are going to be done before we find him.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt his job search.
He's going to be back at Texas Tech. Team was trash this year.
Yeah. So other hirings that happened. So we got D'Amico Ryans. He's right, D'Amico. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's with the Texans
Yup.
now, which I actually
that's a
like
great
that
hire.
a lot. Yeah.
Great hire.
Because I don't think people realize the Texans defense can, like, they're not bad. They got some
No.
young studs on that team.
We've said it all year. They were the best, like, 1-16 team of all time.
Yeah.
It
They
might
just.
not be the greatest hire just because they're taking a quarterback at number 2, and hopefully they get the right OC in there. We saw what happened at the Jets. DC from the same team didn't have the right OC for the rookie quarterback. Same exact situation, just not good. So defensive coaches, they got to do what they can to get the offense right, get the right OC in there.
I agree. I like if there's one hire I like, it's Reich to the Panthers.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Revive Sam Darnold, even though he
Yeah,
was kind of snapping.
Nope.
Revive him.
Derek Carr will be there.
Eh,
Derek Carr.
In Carolina?
Aaron Rodgers will be on the Jets. Derek
This
Carr
is
will be in
Gassie's
Carolina.
official.
In Carolina?
Gassie,
Really?
take us around the league. He told me this today, and I'm fully on board with it. I think
yeah,
it's
let
all
me hear
true.
it.
Take us around the whole league.
Derek Carr will be in Carolina next year. Aaron Rodgers will be on the Jets. Will Levis, Indy. And I'm going to go out and say that Houston will draft C.J. Stroud. And who else would pick Bryce? Who else has a high pick?
Chicago. We'll say Chicago.
No,
No,
they're
I
not
just
taking
want
Bryce.
them to burn. I want them
Lions?
Maybe, yeah. Well, yeah,
I don't think the
possibly.
Lions pick
I
a
don't
quarterback.
think it's not that high. They don't
They
have
have
that high. of a
4, I
pick, though.
think. Pick 4, yeah.
Lions could pick them.
Or no, Seattle has 4. I'm sorry. Seattle has 4. The Lions have like 5 or 6.
Bryce Young to Seattle.
Yeah, there we go. So that's what's going to happen next year. So script writers can start writing it.
Carr to the Panthers. I didn't think about that.
Dude, because of Frank Reich, I mean, I think Derek Carr would be a guy that he wants.
Even with Matt Corral, you don't think Corral's going to be the guy there, or they're going to at least try him out?
You can't. Can you really bank on that at this point?
See, but this is what I'm saying. The Panthers should just get like 10 quarterbacks and play them drive by drive. Just filter them through. Find just whoever. One of them has to be hot that day.
Dude,
So you just go until one's hot and see how long they go. And the moment that they stop scoring points, next one in. Next guy up.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you play that day, maybe you don't.
I'm trying to think, like, if there's like a lock of one quarterback going to a team. I don't know about Seattle, man.
Rodgers to the Jets, honestly.
Dak
looks
Prescott
like
to the
biggest lock.
Cowboys.
Really?
I mean, the puzzle pieces are falling in place.
That I do understand. I get that.
Do you want me to get you a Rodgers jersey?
No, he should be in jail, shouldn't
No,
he?
I just think it'd be funny for
I'll
him to
get
get
my
one.
own,
He should be in jail.
Well, yeah.
Okay, there you go. No, give me a Sauce jersey. I'm good.
No. I'm gonna get you an Aaron Rodgers jersey.
I might get an Aaron
Your hero. Your hero.
if he's on the Jets. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
Dude, I hope they bring back some like throwback jerseys that we haven't seen. Remember like that remember the navy and like yellow one or
We
something?
have to mix it up and stop wearing those
The white and black?
fucking white and black.
I was loving them.
The
Stop.
first-
I was loving
the
them.
first 10 games of the year, the Jets wore the same exact uniform, Tom.
Dude,
The
they had the
white-
superstition
a white
on them.
jersey with black pants. That's not even their uniform.
It honestly didn't look that bad.
I thought it looked terrible.
But no, not even the fact that it was winning. I thought it was kind of tough. I think they should go back to the old uniforms. I really do.
I
But
think
throw
they
in some
should just do-
alternative
I think
uniforms.
they should bring in like a remake of the 70s uniform.
Or that, yes. That was even my next
'Cause
one, like the
these new ones
70s or
are just
80s.
not it. They're not that
They're
great.
not. And you know what? We even said that when they came out. We were
The
like,
white
they're
ones-
like, all
The
right.
white one's not bad. I guess the black is tough.
It's just like I don't like the design, like just New York and just like 2 stripes here.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
just not-
it makes no sense. I
You
don't
guys
know.
should go charcoal gray with like matte helmets.
I actually like the Jets helmets a lot. It's the only
Yeah.
thing I like about the uniforms.
Yeah, you guys look like a
They did
team
wear,
from the
they
future.
Did wear matte black helmets one game of the year. That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Like they should do that with charcoal gray.
I just don't know why they won't bring those old logos back, like the little freaking plane and whatnot, like that. Like or like this,
Bring
like
that
yeah.
back.
I don't know why they won't. What is so like that shit is
That
fire,
was
bro.
tough.
All it is just like without this the regular one Jets like and a little football or whatever the freaking oval ball like circling like they're freaking nasty. Like they don't look good.
You guys should just put a BYU logo.
Oh my god. I saw some tweet about the BYU quarterback saying, "Oh, he could be one of the higher quarterbacks picked." I'm like, "Here we go. Who's gonna fall for the trap? Who's gonna fall for the trap?" Oh yeah, another interesting thing. So Mike White, I saw something. I don't know if it's true or not, but he's probably gonna be around the 4 to 8 million
He's gonna
range.
be one of the higher paid backups in the league, as he deserves to be.
I mean, dude, I would do it honestly. Why not? To have a backup like that, and if he accepts that role.
Let's say we have Rodgers. The only problem is we might actually be a little struggling for cap space. this
Yeah,
year.
that's the only thing. Yeah.
I might want to keep Mike White over Zach. I don't know, because you're one of those guys is gonna sit behind Rodgers and like.
It's gonna be Zach if there's anyone
Yeah,
that sits
I
behind
mean-
him. Just for the fact of their relationship, I feel like
Yeah.
they're just gonna just trust their gut and just have him there. But dude, it's like I don't know, bro. I know it seems like it's just meant to be, but we've been down this road so many times where it never happens. So that's why I'm not getting my hopes on it. I get it that Nathaniel Hackett, him are friends, but I'm not counting out Derek Carr. I'm not doing it.
I would be happy with either, bro. Just get somebody. I really want to see the news broken in the next few days so I can stop waiting on this.
Yeah, it's the worst part of the offseason, just like waiting for news to happen.
Well, he's going on his trip to ayahuasca, so that's not going to happen for another month.
Is he actually?
I have no clue, but I wouldn't put it past him.
One thing I do want to say about the Jets, we brought up the Anthony Richardson situation last week.
Yes.
I think you were right, Mueller. You can't draft him in the first round. I think maybe if he falls to our pick in the second round,
Oh, I was thinking like 6th round.
why not?
There's no way he falls that far.
No, but that would save you guys a lot of trouble.
He's a Jalen Hurts type of guy. Like he'll fall to the second, maybe the third.
Someone will take
And,
a gamble on
someone's
him.
gonna take him, and he might be good. Who knows?
Isn't it great that you never have to worry about these type of situations?
Yeah, I know. It's been like my whole life of this.
Yeah, if you were in our shoes, like you're thinking of so many hypotheticals that
No,
you're starting to
I-
not make sense.
I don't think you guys realize this, but like every day when I start thinking about football, my first thought is who's going to be Jets quarterback.
That's
like I
every
don't
day,
I don't
bro.
even think about my own
For the
team.
last 20 years.
Kellen Moore's like a second thought. All I think about is like how hurt you guys are going to be when you get Richards and like it's just Zach Wilson.
I don't make the decisions, bro. I don't make the decisions. I'm just a fan. Hello.
The fact that both of you, when I say it's just Zach Wilson, you were looking at me and then both of you just went,
He's just
like looked down. You're like, oh no, it could be
just
again.
so much
My only
pain,
point
dude.
is we got to keep swinging. Like if we just
I agree.
draft another quarterback every 2 years, I mean, eventually, at some point in human history, like one of them has to be good.
But that's what I mean. So you guys should just load up on quarterbacks too and just rotate them.
Yeah, so just go get
Every
Andrew
drive.
Richardson second.
Every drive. Just throw a new one in unless they're scoring, then you leave them in. But every drive, you just new quarterback, new
So
quarterback,
I would like
new
to
quarterback.
See Rodgers on the Jets. I think it would be a spark that this team hasn't had in a long time. He would feed Garrett Wilson, dude. We know how Rodgers
Yeah.
is with his receivers. If he has a number one receiver who's really good, you can bet your ass that he's getting 10 targets a game.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that'll be Garrett Wilson. And I think Eli will have a better year with Rodgers too.
Oh yeah. I mean, dude, I think all of our
Yeah.
receivers will. That's just it. Like like he said, it's just the only thing that's holding us back as a quarterback. We have those weapons. It's just having the playmaker to get the ball in their hands. I mean, we saw it against the Bears. Like Garrett Wilson was frying with Mike White, but we need consistent play. Like, and I love Mike White, and I hope he stays. But we just need someone who just knows how to play. Like who's been there, who knows how to operate an offense. But are there any other teams that are kind of interesting you in a way with like quarterback situations or draft picks? Any teams come to mind?
The 76ers.
76ers. So
We fried your ass.
another thing about the sports being rigged. So here we go. Phillies made the World Series, lost. Eagles made the Super Bowl.
Lost.
If they lose,
I'm going to say it now.
Sixers
lost.
are making if they lose, the Sixers are making the finals, and they are losing.
No, we're not. Sixers are going to win that one. You just hit the one team that I actually like from Philly. Give me the Sixers.
Dude.
They
That's
just chefed up Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons should be embarrassed with how he played in that game.
well, it's Ben Simmons. Dude. He's a mental
I can't
midget.
believe you guys actually gave us James Harden and took Ben Simmons.
He's a mental midget.
You guys are so dumb. What a
they're
bad
idiots. but
franchise.
I actually wanted that to happen, but they are idiots, 100%.
yeah. No, that is ridiculous.
I wanted, but
James Harden's legit. You're
But you know what, though? I wanted that to happen because I feel like having three of those guys on one team just was an absolute disaster because all three of them want the ball and they want to score. So we needed to ship off one of them.
yeah. You need one person that sucks.
Dude, listen, they do suck. And it all rides on KD and Kyrie, which is why I hate that freaking offense. But if there's one person who is actually good, and I'm really happy that he is, it's Nicholas Claxton.
Yes,
The dude is a dog.
he's so
The
good.
dude is a dog. And we're getting into basketball now. We don't
Yeah.
talk basketball. This is probably our first time ever.
We're gonna be.
He is good.
Yeah.
He runs a pick and roll well. Great boards. He's got to work on his post games. A little sloppy, but he's just a grinder, man. I thought that was a huge pick, and you know what? They're lucky because they took a risk getting rid of Jared Allen, and they brought him in, and he probably fills it way better than he does.
Yeah.
So I mean, Cam
But
Thomas,
shout out to
another
Jared
guy.
Allen.
Yeah, dude,
Jared
he's a
Allen's going to
beast.
Cleveland. It's him and Mobley.
Mobley, yes.
Yeah, they're averaging over 6 rebounds and 10 points.
Yeah.
Both of them, I'm pretty sure. Like that is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
So
They're like the best defensive team in the league.
yeah. And then you add Donovan Mitchell to that mix with Garland. I mean, Cleveland, they're sitting in 5th right now, but the East is so tight. You got Boston, Milwaukee, Sixers, Brooklyn, Cleveland, Miami, all within 8 games. Like that, I don't see a way that the East actually loses this
You
year.
know what's crazy?
I think this might be the year the East wins.
But you know what's crazy though? I feel like a couple of years ago we were like, "Yo, dude, the West is just so good and the East is absolutely garbage." I think the switch is flipped.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you look at the West, too. It's the same thing. Their top 10 teams are all within 9 games of each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Like, the NBA, I think, has transitioned out of super teams. Like, we're now...
finally,
we're
I've been
now-
saying forever, it never works.
Yeah, we're now into this era where, like, everyone's almost equal.
Yes.
But you have so many guys that are just good and solid players. So, like, eventually, defense is going to become a part of the game again. And it's not going to be
Thank
like
you.
this. But for now, while defense really isn't a part, I mean, Jokic doesn't play defense.
Makes up
I
for
don't
his
know.
offense.
I don't know how we can keep giving him MVP over Embiid.
If there's one year that Embiid actually deserves it, it's this year. Even
Last
though it's
year,
all
bro.
Yeah, that too. All the nerds, like, they love the triple doubles. And listen, Jokic is one of the best centers in the league. We know that.
Yeah.
But let's give it to someone else now. I think.
Did you watch the game Saturday?
No. I don't
All
watch
right, so
basketball like that.
yeah,
Only
I-
fantasy.
I knew the answer to that. Just
I'm
figured
busy.
out
I'm
to ask.
busy. You know.
No, Embiid fried Jokic.
Yeah, he
like-
dropped like 40 something.
Yeah. It was 45 and like 18.
Yeah, crazy.
Something crazy. Dude, he had 12 rebounds or something in the first half.
And you know what? The only thing about the Sixers that will hold them back is Doc Rivers. Like I think they have such a nice foundation. Even their bench pieces, like Shake Milton, I'm not really a fan of. I like Niang. I like
Bro,
Maxey.
We got Maxey off the bench now.
Maxey off the bench.
Yeah.
So who's
Melton,
D'Anthony?
So
okay.
we got
yeah.
Melton, Embiid,
That was a good
Harden,
pickup. I like that
Tobias.
trade.
Yeah, Melton. I mean, at first I was a little nervous about him because I was like, I don't know how he's gonna come in and like work with this team because we already have kind of like our 4 guys because I thought Maxey would be in that lineup. But I mean, he's come on and he's money from 3. He just does his job. It's kind of like McConnell was, how he like you knew what he could give you and he just gave you it every night.
Yeah. He's
Melton's-
doing that right now,
he's-
dude.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the
underrated.
one team. That is the one team that I think is going to be super good in the next couple of years. You know how I love my underdog teams that like to build through the process, bro. Halliburton is that dude. He's gonna win MVP.
you got. Don't forget Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield.
forget
He's
Buddy
been
Hield.
killing it too. They just got signed Miles Turner. It's like a 2-year extension. Who's
Yeah.
actually been healthy and having a great year.
I've
Like they
always
got
thought
Benedict
Turner was good.
Mathurin. Yeah, I mean he just couldn't stay healthy, but I think Halliburton is such an electric player. He might have such a terrible shot form, but just his IQ and his playmaking, he's such a difference maker. I mean, you can see it now. I mean, they're not really winning anything at all, but
And shout out to the Beam team, Sacramento. I don't know.
I think that trade
Do you know
worked for
about
both
the
of
Beam
them.
team?
no.
All right, so this year at their stadium, every time they win, they just shoot a beam straight up outside the stadium.
That trade worked for both of them.
Yes.
Sabonis
is so
De'Aaron Fox,
good, man.
Kevin Herter's finally coming alive
So
there.
good.
Good for them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean,
All right, I'm just gonna throw this out there because I'm looking at the
I can't
rankings
look,
right
I
now.
don't know why.
Yeah, it's fine. But the West, like I know that the East right now is looking real good. Like we got probably, if we're looking at a top 10 of the league right now, we probably have a top 8, top 6, something like that. But the West has a lot of young guys that are going to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like you look at Memphis. Memphis just fights everyone, which is kind of cool. You got Sacramento. You got Golden State's always going to be there. Now they got young guys coming through like Jordan Poole. You got Dallas with Luka.
That's the
You got-
one team. Like I love Luca. I love Spencer Dinwiddie.
They're
I
never
just
gonna
feel like
win.
yeah, I agree. I feel like they're so dependent on Luca
Mm-hmm.
that everyone else is just like a player that, and you know, besides Dinwiddie, because I think he's actually good, and I always have, but there's just too much riding on Luca where there's just going to be way too many close games. But you play teams in the playoffs in a
Guess-
7-game series, you're never going to win that shit.
Guess their win percentage.
What do you mean?
Like, guess what type of team they are.
Like the Mavs?
Yeah.
Just a ride. Like, what is their record right now?
Yeah.
How many games have been played?
Um,
Probably like 50, 60.
just over 50.
They're probably like 25 and like 27, something like that.
That's crazy that you said that because it's the opposite way. But they're a 500
27,
team.
25.
They're a 500 team, man. And you look at them, and if you look at social media, you would think that they're at the top of the West.
That's another guy. Like, if there's one person who I really think should win the MVP, it's Luka. Like, I feel like his numbers have been just out of this world.
But that's not how the MVP works in the NBA. Like,
Yep, because you actually have to win and make the playoffs and be good.
And win there too. And if you look at the Mavs and what they're going to do this year, I don't see them winning in the playoffs.
I don't either.
but
And
Luka,
I feel bad because he deserves it. He's such a good player.
If you take him off that team, they are last. They're down there with the Rockets. Lakers are 23-28. Oh, they're only 2.5 games out of playoffs. But
They had a little run. They're coming back. AD's like,
did you see LeBron the other night?
yeah.
Oh,
Dude, that was a bad. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, even the refs association tweeted that. Like, dude, you gotta look that over. You have to review that.
but
You have to.
I will say those refs, that was one of the
That's a
worst.
really bad angle.
No. That whole game was refereed so badly. Like, none of those refs should get another game the rest of the year.
One of those referees is a Celtics fan, by the way. I don't know his name, but
See, you should have to put that down before you start.
I think they probably do. But who
You sh-
knows?
you
Because
should
who knows
never
what
get a game.
the association does over there, just hiring people off the street.
In England, they'll actually not give you a game if you're if you
Of
grew up
course
a Man
not.
U fan,
Yeah,
because they know that you're gonna rig it.
of course not.
Man, the
It's just like
NBA.
the little things I have to worry about, but somehow I feel like they can't get it right because you just can't control human emotions when it comes to soccer. Because you might hate one team, you might actually like a team that's coming up. And
No,
just
you're
start
always
doing
gonna
all
favor
that.
the team you like.
Yeah,
You're
of
always gonna
course.
favor it.
But I mean, listen, that play, like, I actually, like, I know LeBron's a communist, but like, I actually feel for the dude. Like, yo, the one picture of him on the bench, he was just like, yo, this man is
After the game?
38 years old, and he's just absolutely carrying this team.
Did
Like,
you see him in the locker room
Oh,
after
he's
the game?
tight.
He goes, he literally said it like this. He was like, I watch all these games every day. I watch games.
He's
I watch
fed up.
I watch games, guys. I watch games. I'm the only one that gets called like this.
He's so fed up. Like, bro, I know all the Lakers fans don't want to trade or AD, but yeah, when he just goes on like a little run, like 3 games, bro, just get rid of him. Get rid of him and just get players because, bro, he's never gonna stay healthy.
We gotta treat him like a stock.
Treat him like
Treat him like a stock. There's certain players in this world.
There
in
will be
every
someone who
sport,
buys right away.
Like in every sport, the moment that player has 5 or 6 good games in a row, I'm not saying great, I'm just saying good. You take that value and you move them on immediately.
No, but I think this is the perfect case.
Yeah.
Because he has been on and off of the court numerous times where he's ruined, not him in general, but like their playoff chances are just being ruined because LeBron's 38 over here just trying to carry the team, and everyone knows that LeBron's going to get the ball. I mean, Russ, I get it. They did just sign Hachimura, which I think could be a nice little signing, and hopefully give
To be
some-
determined.
To be determined, but hopefully relieve LeBron of a little bit. But
He's a Gonzaga guy though, isn't he? So
yes, he is.
I'm not allowed. I have a sworn. They're a sworn enemy, Gonzaga. So I don't know if I can cheer for him.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I think. So who do you think are going to come out and be like powerhouses out of the West and the East?
All right. So if I had to give my 2 teams that will be there at the end,
Yeah, pretty
from
much.
the West, I would say Golden State or. See, this is tough because right now the Suns are in that playing game, but they don't have Booker.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be back soon, though. Now, if Booker is back, I see the
Remember
Suns.
when we were a Suns
making-
podcast? Fuck
Yeah,
them.
fuck them.
Fuck the
we
Suns.
we went off that literally the next season.
Yeah. Like, I want to say the Nuggets.
No, you know what? You know what? Memphis or the Warriors will be there at the end. And then from the East, I'm going to say Sixers or Celtics.
Dude, I gotta go the Bucks. I feel like people are sleeping on the Bucks again. They're just kind of there in the corner.
They had their time.
You think so? I mean, Chris Middleton's been out for a while, and he's finally coming
Yeah.
back and will get healthy. But Drew Holiday's having a hell of a year.
Yes.
Giannis is Giannis.
Yes.
Underrated player Brooke Lopez is
Yes.
playing phenomenally.
Yes.
So Grayson Allen's coming along, dude. They're just so fundamentally sound. Like, this is where we say, like, moving off the big 3 finally, like, it's actually like paying dividends because
Yes.
the Bucks were never like that, and they were always making the playoffs, being a good team. Like, I just think playoff time they're gonna go on a run, 100%. But in the West, I want to say the Nuggets, but I just feel like they choke so much in the playoffs.
I don't see them making it, dude.
I don't
They are
either.
way too. Like, if Jokic isn't having a good game, they're screwed. If he gets locked up by another quality big, they're screwed.
Yeah.
If anyone matches his points, like Embiid did and did more than him, they're screwed. I just don't see over a 7-game series. I don't see it happening because teams are going to focus on how to stop him. He's going to have to switch his game up throughout the series, and
Assists.
I
You just gotta
don't see
dish
it
it.
happening.
Yeah. But I mean, I like Memphis. I mean, like I said, you can't count out Golden State, but
No.
Memphis I feel like is ready to make that push, but they're just another team that could just be a wild card. Like I like Utah being like a little like I love that like they just kind of rebuilt everything.
Yeah.
But
And
they
they're
got
just good
Lauri
again.
Markkinen and now he's like an absolute monster.
He's phenomenal. He's been
Did
one of
you
the
see-
best players.
Yeah. Did you see his one dunk on Vucevic?
I did not. But Vucevic
Absolutely,
is a big guy.
absolutely disrespectful. Like just cocked it back, bam, nuts in the face, eat that, finish fucking nutsack
He John Moranted.
badly. I'm surprised that John Morant hasn't like tore his ACL with the way he plays. It's actually like kind of scary seeing him go up and like just try and dunk or go for a crazy layup because I'm like, yo, please just land
See,
fine.
and
Like, don't hurt yourself.
I agree with you, but I was having this conversation with someone the other day, and over the course of your life, like you're always thinking a certain way while you're playing, right?
Of course, yeah.
So
yeah.
if in his brain he's always thinking that way, like his body's just naturally gonna do what he wants to do.
He's not
so
even
it's
worried about
training
it.
itself, it's building itself for all these moves. He's probably been doing this since middle school.
Mm-hmm.
So his body is able to take this impact. Although everyone wants to doubt that it can like keep going like this.
That's a good point.
His
Yeah.
body is built for this. Like Derrick Rose, I honestly can't remember if this is how he was like through high school and college. I'm sure he was towards the end of college, but like maybe he wasn't built for that, and that's why ultimately his body just kind of couldn't do it. But Ja just seems like every single night he's able to do it. Never seems tired, never
Yeah.
seems sore, and he plays almost every game.
Yeah,
So, I don't
you know what? It's funny because like the Sixers are the only Phillies team that I actually enjoy watching because I'm not like crazy into basketball, but like I like the pieces that they have, like Maxey, Embiid, Harden. I think Harden fits perfectly in that system.
Niang.
Niang too got the. He
He's
was
cash,
actually a friend
bro.
of Brock Purdy. Did you
Yep.
hear that?
Yep.
But
Iowa
was rooting for
State.
the Birds. He said the Birds were going to win.
Yeah, because he didn't want to get beat up.
I want the Knicks to be good too. Like Jalen Brunson's been playing out of his mind. Julius Randle. I don't know how to feel about RJ Barrett.
He
Is
I
he
think
like that anymore? Like
I think he's good. I just don't think he's that guy. I don't think he'll ever be that guy.
I don't think he's the one to like take over. But he's had
He
a
needs
couple
his Zion.
of like yeah. He's had a couple of moments where he's taken over the game, but it's not on a consistent basis. I
It's in him to take over, but he would rather Randall take over, which is fine.
Which is fine. Yeah, that's true.
It's fine. And if Randall's on the floor, I feel like he's capable of taking that load and doing it. That's what she said.
Yeah. I think the last point on basketball for me, but I think the Rockets should trade Alperen Sengun, Jalen Smith or Jalen Green.
Sagoon's injured right now, I think.
He's got like a non-COVID
Oh,
illness.
okay.
And then KPJ. Because there was like a podcast with John Wall and he was saying, like, dude, they're just going out to play and they don't even care about winning. Like,
Yeah.
that shouldn't be your mindset. But I feel like Houston's is just such a bad organization
Mm-hmm.
right now. Like, dude, just trade those players and just keep building and just get a new head coach
Just move
because
on.
those guys are good. Like
Yeah.
Jalen Green is good, KPJ, Alperen Sengun, goofy ass mofo, but somehow gets it done. Like he somehow gets it done.
That's all I have on
We
NBA.
really got
That-
into basketball.
That
That's
was
crazy.
fun. Oh, wait. Do you want me to tell you 3 teams from the NCAA tournament that are going to win?
Sure.
All right.
Villanova, obviously.
Purdue, Bama, Kansas.
Rock Chalk, J-Lo.
Right now, I'm putting those 3 in to make the Sweet 16. Should I just give 3 teams over the next month each episode?
Yeah, did you see that video? Did you see that video? It was Loyola Chicago, and I think it was Purdue actually. And there was a dude DoorDash guy.
No, it was Temple. It was Temple.
No,
Dude.
it was definitely Loyola Chicago. I know they were playing for sure. And he walked onto the court and was
No,
like,
it's
"Yo,
Temple.
DoorDash."
It was
Bro,
a
they're like, "Get off the
TikToker.
court."
Bro, it was a TikToker.
Oh, was it TikToker?
Yeah.
You see, I just
Dude,
ruined
they
that
upped their
joke.
security like tenfold.
What a jerk off.
That's awesome.
I hate that he was a TikToker.
Yeah,
I wish it was an actual like person who had no idea what was going on.
it's gonna be you.
That just maybe I should just do that and like act like I'm like, hey, anyone order biryani city here at a Temple?
Walking with nachos, a new type of nacho review.
Like, yo, so we're here on the court during the game,
should-
not reviewing nachos. Oh.
Oh,
So
da-na-na,
I
da-na-na.
did an unofficial nacho review. We didn't get a video because we were on opposite ends and we just didn't. But we went to Starters Clubhouse over here. Nachos were easily a 4.5.
Oh,
They were absolutely disgusting. They tasted like paper.
Jesus.
Awful.
All right, we gotta post that one.
They were absolutely disgusting.
All right, noted. Should we go try them again?
No, because I know they're going to be terrible.
right, that's fine.
You
That's
look
fine.
at those now. I think it had black olives on it.
Dude, I hate that.
They had black
Why?
olives on the nachos.
Why? No one wants that on their
Who,
nachos.
who is asking for black
Give me
nachos?
meat,
or
salsa, cheese, and
olives?
chips. Meat, salsa, cheese, and chips.
You see,
Give me
I'm a
that.
fat ass. Like, what I want on my nachos, I want, obviously, nachos, cheese, sour cream, guac,
Yes.
salsa on the side.
Yeah.
And either grilled chicken on top, a little bit of scallions,
Mm-hmm.
maybe jalapenos. Like, dude, they put like a fucking huge bed of lettuce on. Like, dude, what are you doing here?
Why do we need lettuce?
Lettuce and black olives ruin nachos.
Yeah, take them off. There should put a ban on lettuce and black olives
Yeah. it's
nationwide on everything.
awful. We'll get back into that too. Promise.
Have to.
But
the
we got to
people.
think of more places to go to.
Yeah, we will.
Nachos.
Lots of
Yeah,
places.
they were really bad. But I went. I had nachos somewhere else too, but I forget. They were just snacking. Rivals. I give them like a 3.8. Sorry, Andy, but those nachos are terrible. They use the canned nacho cheese, but it's a spicy kind, and it tastes like gasoline. It's really bad, bro. It's awful. And those chips, another like flaky, freaking soggy chip. Oh. And they're like red, black. It's fucking disgusting. Like whoever's in that kitchen, they make a damn good cheesesteak. They make a good cheesesteak, but everything else, the wings are okay. The nachos, putrid. Like people go there for the nachos. I'm like, yo, like you need to go eat something else. God. Like they probably just live on nachos and beer. At Rivals, they don't go anywhere else. Like, it's not that hard to fuck up nachos. It really is not.
We need to go do one.
It's not that hard.
need to go do
and
one.
some nacho platters just have shredded cheese that's not melted. So they got
should make our
cold ass
own
freaking
nachos.
cheese all over the nachos. Dude, I would kill it.
We should make some, brand them, put them in stores.
It's so easy. I mean,
Mikey's Nachos.
the thing is, like, you sometimes you really have to fry the nachos. We don't have a fryer here, obviously. It's not a Burger King. BK, have it your way.
We could.
But
BK, have it your way. You
know-
rule.
you know that that was actually a 70s commercial that they remade?
Good.
They remastered it, and now it's like the biggest jingle in the world.
It is.
If I don't see that on the Super Bowl, I'm be
Shout out
tight.
to televisions.
BK's
No,
probably out the roof right now.
this
That place
commercial-
sucks. I don't care what anyone says.
All right. BK can make a different commercial, but this one should be designated for after any serious injury in sports. This one has to be the first cutaway. So injury happens. All right, so we'll be back in a minute. BK. Just
it
cheer
your
everyone
way.
up. Just cheer everyone up.
Just act like nothing ever happened. Like DeMar wasn't getting CPR. Just cheer him up with the BK
Just keep
commercial.
playing it on replay. Just keep it going. Keep it going.
We haven't heard anything from the Bills team at all.
He posted a video.
Who did?
DeMar. He's alive.
Okay, good.
But people are saying that the tattoos don't line up now. So,
They're finding something.
like, his agent definitely looked at him. And it's got to suck for DeMar. His agent was definitely like, hey, like, people don't think you're alive, so we got to post a video.
We got to do something to make sure that you are alive.
Like, people are really questioning it.
Are we're getting almost into the dark ages of sports, right? Where it's only just, or when is that?
No, we have
'Cause football will
spring
be
training
done.
starting soon.
So no, there's like
No.
one age of sports where it's a dark age
Stop.
where there's nothing.
Stop.
Come on, when is it? You know this.
No, dude, we have USFL to watch.
When did it start? I saw a commercial
Soon.
on it.
Starts after the Super Bowl.
So we're rooting for Jere Elder only.
yeah, New Orleans.
Nice. Okay.
And
I know
then
this.
basketball, and then hockey's still going.
I actually watch hockey like here and there.
So the dark age has to be like end of July, August.
That's what. Yeah.
Has to be that, right?
Because
it's
the finals are in June.
because
and
we
so
only have
is-
baseball.
so is the
No one
Stanley
wants to
Cup.
watch it.
Yeah. I'm trying to watch every baseball game this year,
That's-
which is
I'm
obviously
telling you.
impossible. But
That's not gonna happen.
I know. But I need to watch the Mets. I need to.
That's
I need to
so
see
many
heartbreak.
baseball games to watch,
I know. I need to see heartbreak.
and you're gonna watch all of them.
Yeah, we re-signed
Like the
Jeff
Yankees,
McNeil, by the way.
Red Sox. That's good.
Like 4 years, $50 million. Bro, Steve, thank you. All the Mets fans that were like, my one buddy was like, "Oh, dude, McNeil's got to go. He's such an emotional POS." Like, bro, he's elite. Just because him and Frankie got into a fight and blamed it on a raccoon or some shit, like, dude, he's elite. Now Pete's gonna get signed, and then we're gonna go and we're gonna choke again, but we're gonna win.
You basically just got a Saudi prince to buy your team.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I know. It's lucky, finally. I mean,
Lucky. I wish.
we deserve this. The Wilpons, bro. Freaking greedy as hell. They were like the freaking Bengals owners.
Yes.
They didn't spend on shit.
Yeah.
They were cool with having Carson Palmer and Ocho Cinco for ages. And, not
And no
winning
indoor
anything.
facility.
Huh?
And no indoor
And no
facility.
indoor facility. Any news on the Yanks?
No.
Nothing.
Yanks are going to yank.
They're gonna yank this
Yeah,
year.
they are. We're going to yak this year.
They're gonna yank.
It's going to be a bunch of throw up all over the place.
Dude, another sleeper team, the Marlins. They're making some moves.
Yeah, cover of MLB. The show.
I'm glad you said that because I don't know how I feel about that. I like Jazz Chisholm as a player, but there were so many other players that could have had that. I would have rather had Julio on that. No offense to Jazz, but way better year. What? Julio is going to be ridiculous.
I honestly don't know, but I'm just going to agree with you. Yeah, this was BS. Like, I don't understand how he got it over Aaron Judge. Aaron
Well,
Judge was the
Judge was-
MVP. 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 MVP.
Well, but
MVP.
Listen.
AL King.
I
MVP.
know that. I'm not disagreeing with you, but MLB has this thing where they have to put on something, a different player every single year.
Judge hasn't been on it, has
He
he?
has. 2018 he was on it.
Oh, so it wasn't
2018,
last
17.
year.
No, it wasn't. So 2022.
Our
which-
Pujols was on it. Messi's been on the cover of FIFA for like since 1990.
Well, FIFA's corrupt. I'm kidding. It doesn't matter. But yes, Messi has been on absolutely every single cover. I think 23 was Mbappe.
Actually, I think it was only since like 11. But
Dude, he's been on 13, 15, everything. They had Eden Hazard on 20.
yeah, that's disgusting.
They're going to have
What-
Erling Braut Holland on next year. But actually, no, because it's not going to be FIFA anymore. But I think they'll still have either Holland or Messi on it. They won't have Ronaldo because now he's on some team that nobody cares about.
No, he's coming back to Europe.
I mean, if he comes back to Europe after a year, I actually might have to give him credit because he finessed the crap out of.
No, he did this
team.
so that he can get out of his contract in Man U and go back as a free agent.
Is he going to go back to Man U though?
No. Man U won't take him back.
So-
he'll go to like
He's going to stay in the
Juventus
Premier League
or
though.
something. No,
He's going to go back to La
I
Liga.
doubt he'll go to the Premier League. He'll
Back to Real.
no, I didn't say any of this.
MLS.
MLS would be sick.
Yeah.
He'd collect so much money and do like nothing.
I love that the MLS like takes all like the old washed players and just brings them over.
You do? Because I don't.
Love that.
It's so annoying.
Yeah, I mean,
Ow.
maybe we can get over that hump, but no, it will never happen. Premier League is just too premier, so
Premier.
call the Premier League. But any other sports topics that we want to touch on before we end this jaunt?
No.
Okay, well,
That was
so
fun.
it was. So next week we might have some people on to be determined. Not gonna say anything. We're
Kinda
waiting
gave
on
it
their
away earlier.
approval. We're waiting on what they say, and then the following weekend is the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we have Jalen Hurts on that week, so that's kind of cool.
Arizona, Jalen Hurts.
Yep. We're going to be in Arizona interviewing him.
The Birds. Big Nasty.
Yep.
Yeah, so
We have Jerry Jones on in 2 weeks.
spread is 1.5. We'll have Jerry Jones on, and then we'll
Yep.
have Dak on, and then we'll have Kellen Moore,
Nope.
and Tony Pollard.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be fun. Yeah, our goal is to at least get one current player on the pod.
Okay.
One.
Okay.
Right now, it's looking. Jahan is highly likely.
Yep.
Saquon, we don't know. Possibly.
Wait, why are we selling them this?
No, I'm just telling you this now as a collective group.
But
Oh, am I not supposed to say anything? I'm just kind of rambling. I want
should
to
we
think
tell
of people.
them? Should we tell them yes or no to Jerry Jones?
Sure.
All right, we're not.
Yo,
We're not
that'd be
having him
wild
on.
if we had him on.
It would be wild. My first question would be, how much money do you actually have that you don't spend on the team, but you could spend on the team because you don't want to win a Super Bowl, but you do want to win a Super Bowl? When are you going to fire your son?
Dude, we should have Adam Gase on.
No.
Try to
That would be actually awesome.
Jesus. All right.
That would be awesome.
It would be.
But you know what? I won't even be a dick. Like, I'll be like, listen, you.
If you guys
I'm
aren't
not
going
gonna
to be,
hate
I
on
will.
you, Adam Gase, because it was a rough time. But just go tell me what happened.
If you guys don't, I will.
That would be sick if we. Dude, he'd probably have a Rubik's cube in his hand, just like doing some
Remember we had
wild
the
shit.
address?
Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. We. Someone did some digging and found some information.
Just show up outside his house.
It was a thought. It was a thought. And it almost happened. So, just these people got to watch out. But with that being said, good episode.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week. Probably just rambling because there's no football. We'll do something fun. But maybe we can do early.
Well, we will have the Super Bowl next week, so we can preview that.
True. And we could do maybe early rankings. Just kind of do something fun there. We'll think about something.
We almost have a bunch of people call in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like you said. So,
Just as many people as possible.
all right. Well,
3-hour show.
how about this? If you want to call in next week, we'll take whatever questions or just conversations. Send us your number. DM us your number if you want to be down. We'll post something about it.
Post your phone number on your Instagram story. We'll find that.
As long as
we'll call it.
As long as also with the address and your social security number.
And tweet it.
Yes.
All right. Remember to subscribe.
Okay. See you guys.
Peace.